Anything to identify yourself. Requesting ID. Do you have ID? You know your social, name and date of birth?
That right though. If I want to don't say nothing, I'm just gonna remain silent from this point forward. All
okay.
Right?
Put your hand behind your back.
For what crime?
Ready to identify.
I ain't did no crime.
Turn around. Put it down.
Okay. Are you threatening me under a threat of arrest that I have to leave?
You're trespassing because you don't have an appointment. You have to leave.
I will leave. I'm just asking you.
You have to leave right now. We'll talk about it outside.
Sure. We can talk about it outside. Are you supervisor, sir?
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you mind if I get your name and badge?
In public, you could.
Yeah, if you're on the sidewalk.
Yeah, public, I'm not telling you, I'm not taking that from you.
I'm in public.
That's what he's asking.
I was there for 10 seconds. He told me to back up a step. I've been there ever since. So I've been on public ever since. So it's not harassment.
On the roadway,
I ain't harassing him.
Yeah. Look, again, it's he said, she said at this time. So it is what it is. I gave you the number.
This is the.
Imagine standing on a public sidewalk, doing nothing but filming a building, and ending up handcuffed, threatened, and trespassed. This isn't a story about breaking the law. It's a story about what happens when those sworn to uphold the law decide your rights don't matter. What begins as a peaceful act of journalism quickly devolves into unlawful detention, unconstitutional demands, and one of the clearest examples of abuse of power you'll ever see.
Do you have ID? I'm asking for ID. Anything to identify yourself. Just a yes, no.
Did you drop something? Oh, okay.
What?
Alpha 9 Bravo 2, are you close by?
What you got?
Requesting ID. Do you have ID? You know your social, name and date of birth?
Can I ask you one question?
No, I'm asking for ID.
I want to ask a question before I give it to you. Do I have the right to remain silent?
You're not being Mirandized.
I know it, but do I have that right though? If I want to just don't say nothing, from now I'm just gonna remain silent from this point forward. All
okay.
Right?
Put your hand behind your back.
For what crime?
Ready to identify.
I ain't did no crime.
Turn around. Put it down. You keep recording, but you ain't gonna have that phone in the back seat of my car.
What you put him in the back seat for? I ain't did nothing, man.
You being detained.
For what crime?
Failure to identify.
Failure to identify is a secondary crime.
It doesn't matter. A crime is a crime.
It doesn't matter to you? I need to do a crime first before. Why you got him so tight? You got him too tight, baby. They too tight.
Not essential. Show one to turn. Come on.
They too tight.
1647.
Can I get your supervisor? Please, can I get a supervisor, please?
Not essential. You're supposed to the supervisor.
Hey, they too tight, baby. Please be too tight. Dang.
Let it go.
What? I don't consider no certain decisions, man.
Well, before you get in my car, you're gonna get pat down anyway.
I don't consider no certain decisions because I ain't committed a crime.
Yeah, I need to stop watching TV.
I know I ain't did nothing wrong. I'm just standing on the sidewalk recording. That's
well,
it.
According to state law, I asked you for your ID. I asked you to identify yourself. You failed to do that. That's a crime.
No, that's when I'm driving. That's if driving.
No, it doesn't matter. It's still
it do matter.
It doesn't matter.
Your supervisor let you know.
A supervisor is on the way.
Okay.
I know my training. Have you ever been in law enforcement before? I don't think so.
I don't ask questions.
I don't think so. But you're still talking though, but you know your rights.
I can talk, but I ain't got to ask questions.
But you know your rights though, but you're still talking.
Yeah, I can talk if I want to.
But you're still talking, but you know your rights.
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent, so be quiet.
I got the right. Am I being arrested for some crime? What crime?
Being detained. Failure to identify.
Now, if I get what I'm saying, we're gonna end this real quick.
Failure to identify.
Okay, I'm telling you, we're gonna end this real quick. If I don't give you my ID, I'm gonna be arrested. Because if that's the case, I go to ID.
Well, you way past that.
No, you shouldn't even ask me when I wasn't doing nothing wrong.
Well, the bank called,
So because they called on me and I was doing something wrong. That's what you messed up in. Can you untighten these some? This hurt, and I ain't even did nothing to be treated like this. I'm saying I ain't did nothing to be treated like this at all. You don't even.
Like what?
Your handcuffs so tight. I'm in handcuffs for no crime at all, man. That's not a crime. Yes, failure to identify. If I commit a crime and then listen, okay, what I'm saying, if I commit a crime and then you got me for a crime and now I won't give you my name, that's failure to identify. Before the crime, I don't have to identify because I got the right to remain silent, and I got the Fourth Amendment right for no searches and seizure. I don't have to give my name without a crime. I know a procedure of my name is a seizure. You know, do you understand that? My personal papers and effects. Do you understand that? I got the right to be secure in my personal papers and effects. That's the Fourth Amendment right. Papers? My license. That's my papers.
State law.
If I'm driving, man, I'm telling you, hey, these things way too tight. These things are, you put them on tight like that for a reason? Because they don't have to be this tight. They do not have to be this tight, man. Please, man. These things are way too tight. And I'll do like this. Can you please untie me? Please. Please, they hurt.
Thank you.
Oh my fucking, hey, please untighten these stuff. Please, man. Hey, did I do anything wrong to y'all? Why she got me in handcuffs?
You don't have to say nothing.
You don't, I'm just asking you. I know I ain't do nothing. Shoot, she got me in handcuffs for nothing. Hey, these are too tight. Leo, I shouldn't have to beg you to be more professional and help me out. I shouldn't have to beg for that kind of service, man. You shouldn't even have to ask me for ID standing on the sidewalk recording. You don't need no ID for this. Your trainer has failed you. You don't know what. See, you don't know who you got handcuffs on. That's the thing. You don't know who you got handcuffs on. When you figure out who I am, but you ain't gonna figure out today. But I shouldn't be in handcuffs. What's the right? No, you have duties as a lawful law. I y'all ain't even had. I can feel you and talk about anything you want to talk about. You're asking for my ID. I'm saying I don't have to give you no ID to talk to you. I don't have to give you no ID to talk to you. You think you confusing with the fact of pulling somebody over. It's not. This ain't that. This ain't pulling somebody over. It's a man on the sidewalk that hadn't did no crime. The only thing you would call is a man outside record. That's all the call could have been. He outside with a camera. And with that being the call, you have no crime. You should have told them, man, he could be out there. He ain't commit no crime. And these cuffs hurt. I'm begging you, just loosen them up a little bit. That's all I'm asking. Jesus Christ. I'm okay, man. I know I ain't did nothing wrong. Okay. You don't have to worry about me.
Alright.
I get your name back on.
Start 9155. It's the fight one that's turned in.
Thank you. Man, you need to, I don't know what's going on. You need to have a conversation with her, ask her what's going on. While I'm in handcuffs.
I asked for it. I didn't get his name.
I ain't doing my this is what I, listen, no, I'm sorry. I'm finna tell you exactly. No, you can't stop my video. Okay, this is what okay, this is the first thing I asked her. First thing came out of my mouth, I said, do I have the right to remain silent? And And then that's what I asked her. And she said, you're not being memorandum right. I said, well, I'm still going to exercise the right to exercise.
You do have the right.
So I don't have to say nothing.
You do. So, by law, we act state law. When somebody asks you to identify yourself, you have to identify yourself because you're interfering with an investigation.
No, sir.
Yes,
okay,
yes, sir. You are.
What's your name, sir?
Sergeant White's not even working. So, are you going to give your name or not?
Okay, well, if I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give it to you. If I don't give you my ID, I'm going to be arrested.
Yes, you will.
Okay, yes, I'm going to give you my name. I'm going to give you my ID. It's right there in that suit right there. You know you just violated my rights, right?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not violate your rights.
You just violated my rights.
I did not. It's all good.
You just violated my Fourth Amendment right.
No, I didn't. I did not. When a law enforcement officer asks,
it got to be a crime. You got to be investigating a crime.
We are investigating.
What crime?
We got a call.
What crime?
That your video in the bank.
No, that's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, look it up. It's not a crime.
It is.
Video in the bank is not a crime.
If this bank gets robbed, because your video, listen, because you're videoing it, we have to identify.
But
if they want you identified, we have to identify. So go ahead.
Recording the bank is not a crime. You just violated my rights.
I did not violate your rights.
I'm telling you right now.
You'll be all right.
I'm glad you said that. Could you say your name again for the
664.
How get your name?
049.
Get your name?
I said it already.
I want for the camera.
I'm gonna exercise my rights too.
Look at this, y'all.
Oh, no, he's fine.
Look at this, y'all. For a man on the sidewalk with a camera.
So, with all of that being said, after we run your name, identify you, you are to leave from by this bank.
So I'm trespassing from the sidewalk?
Video. You are not to video.
Am I trespassing from the sidewalk?
You walk the sidewalk.
Okay, that's all I've been doing before y'all came.
You are not to video this.
I can't turn my camera towards the side. It's turned that way now. You gonna arrest me?
You are not to video.
Is you gonna arrest me for my camera being pointed that way?
I'm telling you about the bank.
You don't know.
Sir.
You don't know our rights.
I do, sir.
You don't know. You know what
freedom?
Do you know what the freedom of press is?
It's all good.
Are
you the press?
I am a. Listen, I'm a judge.
Do you have a press
No,
pass?
freedom of.
Do you have that press?
You got to listen.
Do you have that press pass
do you know
to video a federal building? This is a federal building.
There's no.
It is a federal
I need you to
building.
just listen to me. There's no expectation of privacy in public.
It's a federal building.
Listen what I'm saying. I done been inside federal building recording. I done been inside federal building recording. Why can't I stand outside one? And I done been on the inside.
You're welcome to leave.
Okay.
You're welcome to walk on this sidewalk and leave.
And do the same thing I've been doing for y'all handcuffed.
Leave from over here by this bank. Go right
I got to leave from off the sidewalk.
From by this bank. Because they called us.
I'm waiting on my ride right here.
Well, you wait on them around the corner.
So if I don't leave from right here, I'll be arrested.
I'm telling you to leave. Yes, you will.
I will be arrested.
I'm telling you what.
Okay. You violate my rights.
Part of this don't
you violate. I'm walking. Y'all violate my rights.
Violating your rights. Have a good
Hey, can I get your name one more time?
Sergeant Watts, 9103. Have a nice day.
9103.
Have a nice day. You're welcome to come down to Meridian Police Department and file a formal complaint.
I'll see you soon, sir.
That's fine. Have a good one.
So I just got trespassed off of this sidewalk right here.
Go get hit while you walking back.
No, I was stopping right here for the light. But I was just trespassed off this sidewalk right here. He told me. You just told me I can't come back to it. I ain't never been in the bank. I never been on the bank property. I never been at the bank.
If you gonna tell it, if you gonna lie.
I never was at the bank.
Have a good one.
I never was at the bank. I never stepped foot in there. I ain't no sorry citizen. I'm a journalist.
Have a good one.
Let this be a wake-up call. Refusing to show ID is not a crime, unless you're already suspected of committing one. Filming in public is not suspicious, and being confident in your rights should never end in handcuffs. The next time an officer tells you ID or jail, remember, your rights are not optional. They're protected. But only if you stand firm, stay calm, and know the law better than they do. In America, the First Amendment guarantees more than just speech. It guarantees the right to hold power accountable. But what happens when feelings trump facts, and public servants forget who they serve? In this story, a calm journalist walks into a public building, only to be met with a wall of ignorance, unlawful threats, and a parade of badge-wearing egos, none of whom seem to understand the Constitution they swore to uphold.
You have to wait outside.
Who are you?
Mike Palmetier, Dagover Township Police Department. You can't just
And
come
your
in
badge
here. You have
number?
to have an appointment. 15128.
Yeah, I did just come in here.
Okay, you have to wait outside, or you have to check in with the ladies up front. You just can't walk in here.
Why?
It's
There's a
an
public
appointment
building.
only. It's appointments only.
No, I don't need an appointment because I don't need any help with anything.
I know, you have to go outside.
Yeah, I don't need any help
Listen to
with
me, you're
anything.
trespassing. You have to go outside.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
Sure. Stand over here.
Sure, I'll stand over there.
Come on.
How you doing? Who are you, sir?
Who am I?
He's
Yeah.
my supervisor. Come
I'm
over
Paul
here.
Weldon. Who are you?
My name's Sean. Can I get your badge number, sir?
I don't have a badge number.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I know it's a public building, I get that, but because we're not allowed to have so many people in the building. So if you don't have an appointment, you need to leave. Are you here with somebody?
Are you above that? Are you above that limit of the people that you need to have in the building, ma'am?
What is your reason for being here?
Oh yeah, that would have been a great question for the officer to ask too.
So what's your reason?
My reason. Can I get your name first?
My name's Regina. What's
Regina,
your
nice to
reason
meet
for
you.
being here?
My name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the publicly accessible areas here.
You see the sign there, it says unauthorized photography or videography is not allowed. So we're just going to ask you to leave politely.
No. I understand. I see the sign. I would just say that sign is unconstitutional. This is a public building, like you said.
I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not
Yeah.
a lawyer, so just going to ask you to leave the building. You don't have an appointment, and we're by appointment.
But I'm not
only
breaking any
agency.
laws. This officer knows that if you're not breaking any laws and you're in a public building, that I have a right to access the building and I have a
We're
right
by
to look at.
appointment, though.
You don't have an
But
appointment.
I'm not making an appointment, ma'am. I don't need help. I just want to take some pictures and videos of these signs here. I'm a journalist working on a story.
You already did that.
I didn't do that yet. He confronted me as soon as I walked in.
I have to ask you to leave.
Why don't you wait outside and I'll call Tyrant and see what they say? Okay.
I've done many stories in Department of Motor Vehicles in New Jersey's
I'm
and
not trying to argue.
I don't want to argue with you either, man.
What I'd like you
Have
to
I
do-
been reasonable?
What I'm saying to you,
Hi, sir.
You have
Sir.
to leave. Come on.
Okay. Are you threatening me under a threat of arrest that I have to leave?
You're trespassing because you don't have an appointment. You have to leave. You
I will leave. I'm just asking you. Are
have to
you?
leave right now. We'll
Okay.
talk about it outside.
Sure. We can talk about it outside. Are you supervisor, sir?
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay,
I'm here to
gotcha.
figure out
You
what's
mind if I
going
get
on.
your name and badge number?
Sure, when we go outside. I'll give you everything you want to know.
Sure. Hey, sir. How are you? You a supervisor?
I'm not supervisor.
Where's the supervisor?
He's not here right now. Let's go talk outside.
Yeah, but we definitely need a supervisor here because
Why is that?
Because what you guys are doing right now is violating my rights. That's what we're doing. The same rights.
You don't have an appointment.
The
You don't
same
have
rights.
rights here unless
Hey,
you have
listen,
an
calm
appointment.
down, calm down. Take a
I'm
breath.
not
Take a breath.
yelling.
De-escalation works wonders. Did you not take that training? Come on. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we can
Outside.
talk right here.
No, outside. You can't be in here. Outside. Thank you.
So what's way too many people? What's the problem with people walking inside of a public
have to
building?
have
If you
an appointment.
you have to have an
What's
appointment.
the sign say?
Okay, you have to have
You
an
can
appointment.
use your camera and scan that. What's that
Okay,
say?
don't tell me where to put my camera. I can read.
Okay.
Okay,
Apparently
except for
you
name
can't 'cause you
changes.
walked in.
Okay. It doesn't seem you need an appointment in order to be in the building, sir. Do you understand
by
that?
appointment
Does it
only.
say that? Let's see. Does it say that you need an appointment to be in the building? You need an appointment to conduct business. I am conducting a different sort of business. I'm doing an investigative journalism story
You need an
on
appointment for
the
that.
MVA.
You can't get it's not. It's
Where does it
MVC,
say?
not
The
MVA.
MVC, excuse me. I'm doing an investigative journalism story
Okay.
in this public building. I don't
Well,
need
in
services.
the story, you can write that you have to have an appointment to get in the building.
That's not true because it even says here except for name changes, gender marker changes, and
Right.
probate.
Correct.
And okay,
But you have to tell the girls in the front if you're getting any of that stuff done.
this is a public building, sir. Where is the supervisor?
It's a quasi-public building. It's
How is it
actually-
quasi?
It's actually a government
Government building, government agency is
Yes,
public
which
building,
means
sir.
then you need an appointment to gain access.
No, that's not what it says. You need an appointment to get services. No. You don't work for the MVA, sir.
I know.
You don't work for the MVA. Neither do you.
The same lady you just talked to, she said you can't be in there without an appointment.
You have no authority to trespass me from a public building when I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not disrupting business. I'm not doing anything.
Without an appointment.
I'm not getting services here. I'm working on a story.
You can't be in without.
Sir, can I please speak? Can you call a supervisor, please? I'm asking you to. I'm talking about law enforcement. You are threatening me with arrest to leave the building.
First of all, I never said you were under arrest.
You threatened to arrest me. You said
you have to leave the property.
Or you'll be trespassing, which is a crime, correct?
No, I said you are trespassing.
It's the same thing. You're saying that I'm trespassing.
I never said I was going to arrest you. I said
oh,
you were
come on. Listen. That's ridiculous. I want to speak to a supervisor because what you're doing here is you need to understand is that you are violating my rights. You are the security guard inside. All the officers here are violating my rights. I have a right to be in this building.
You don't have the right to be without
yes, I do.
Security guard violating his rights.
Yeah.
How did I violate your rights?
Huh?
How did I violate your rights?
You're a participant in all this, right? Yeah. Are you not?
I identified myself. That's about it.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah. There you go. You just violated my rights.
What are you coming into the building for?
You wanted to be part of it, didn't you, buddy?
Absolutely.
Right? So now holding the door. Now holding you're making yourself famous.
Go ahead.
You're making yourself famous. I don't need to make you famous.
The office manager asked you to leave. That's all. That's all I told you.
I don't need to make you famous. You're making you all are writing the story for yourself. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Okay, and you're writing it.
You said I violated your rights.
Pulling on the door, trying to get in.
What are you trying to get out of this?
I'm trying to exercise. Please be quiet. I'm trying to exercise my rights that I have in this country peacefully. You, as a law enforcement officer, took an oath to uphold those rights.
We're checking people in right now, and you're
to uphold those rights. I'm going to hold the door. I'm going to hold the door open for them.
Absolutely not, because it gets too loud in here.
I'm going to hold the door open for them. Go ahead, ma'am. Oh, it's against the law to hold the door open?
No, thank you. Thanks. We're going to shut the door now. Seriously, we're going to shut the door because
is it against the law to hold the door open?
Because you're talking and they can't hear the people. Yes, it is.
No, it's not against the law. You're wrong.
Can you close the door, please?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're making this more difficult than it has to be.
I'm not breaking any law, sir. You're law enforcement. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm holding. Yeah, somebody exercising their rights is a shit show, right? Come on, this is ridiculous. I want to take some pictures and videos inside of a public building. There's something wrong with that.
But I explained it to you. This isn't a public building for anybody to walk into. It's a government agency conducting government business. Yes, it is.
I'm not arguing whether it's government agency or not. Government agency is owned by who? The people, public.
Correct.
It's okay.
And
who funds it? Who funds the building?
Because you are disrupting business.
No, I'm not. You are. I wasn't disrupting business till you came up to me. There was nobody being disrupted in business. There was nothing. I'm taking pictures and video, working on my story as is afforded to me under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, sir.
Correct.
If you were to make an appointment,
I don't need to make an appointment, sir. This is a public building.
You have to have an appointment.
I don't need an appointment to get in. I need an appointment for services. You don't even need an appointment for services. You can change your name. You can change your gender, apparently. You can probation licenses.
But you're not doing any of that stuff.
But how would you know? How would you know if I'm doing any of that?
What you were doing in the building.
Exactly. I'm not doing any of those, and I'm not doing anything else that I would require an appointment. I'm taking pictures and video in a public space, which is a constitutionally protected activity, sir. It's a constitutionally protected activity.
That's not a reason you're allowed to be in the building.
It's a constitutionally protected activity, sir. And as a law enforcement officer, instead of trying to violate my rights and push back on my rights, you should be allowing me to do this because that's the oath that you took.
Did you call for? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, listen. You wanted a supervisor? He's on his way.
Yeah, I hope he can explain everything to you guys because all you're doing, you're writing the story in the wrong way. You're writing the story. You guys write the story here. You're writing the story in the wrong way, and you're making your police department. Your police department is
Egg Harbor Township.
Egg Harbor Township. You're just casting a shadow on your police department.
You just can't record. That's it.
Seems like overkill to me.
As long as you want, sir. You cannot video any transactions that are going on.
Ma'am, I'm not videoing any transactions. I agree with you. Okay, great. No problem. I'm not gonna video any transactions. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you. I'm glad that you checked. I can record. It's my right. So, again, we are inside. Don't you just love it? Don't you guys just really love it when freedom overcomes tyranny? Don't you all love it? Let's see if we could find the officer that we could talk to, and then we'll be getting out of here soon. Hey, sir, did you get educated today?
Have a good day.
You too, sir. Have a good one. I always love a good education. Love a good education. Look at them, legally parked, because that's what they can do. I'm not going to stay and antagonize him because he probably feels like he knows that he was wrong, aggressive, escalated the situation. There was no need for that whatsoever. Supervisor never came either.
Let this be a reminder. Feelings aren't the law. Rights are. You don't need a government-issued permission slip to exercise your freedoms. The next time someone with a badge tells you that your camera is the problem, remember, they took an oath to protect your rights, not their pride. Know the law, stand your ground, and never trade liberty for permission. What starts as a simple act of public photography quickly spirals into one of the wildest confrontations you'll ever see, complete with threats, ego trips, and a security guard who seems more interested in flexing authority than respecting rights. The cameraman stays calm, but what unfolds is a chaotic mess of assumptions, racial undertones, and intimidation tactics, all over a man standing on the street with a camera.
You're here. You're filming. I don't know what you're filming.
If you hit my camera or break my stuff,
I got a better chance of hitting you. Because in case you were wondering, I'm down to take that trip to jail.
Your first mistake was thinking that you were smarter than me.
you can't block my camera like that, man.
I can do a whole lot more.
How? What are you gonna do, man?
I'm under the impression that I really care about this job.
Your best bet is not to do that. My favorite thing about it all is...
Tell me, man. I want to hear it.
When my brain get to roving and everything like that, since you can't show me a press ID, can't say what channel it is, can't even say what the name of your news channel, your news panel is, makes me wonder whether or not you're here trying to stalk somebody. And this is why when I get off of work and I go home and I stretch out and I relax, I drink. People like you. All the cops that arrested me look just like you.
They ain't got no beard like I do. They ain't allowed to have beards like that.
You tried it. It didn't land.
What, the cops?
No, what you just said.
Cops are not allowed to have beards.
I didn't say anything about your beard. I said they look just like you. Same pigmentation.
I just want to be left alone, man.
I want you to leave. I guess we neither one of us gonna get what we want.
Alright, well, let's hang out together. I'm Mike. What's your name?
Ass kicker.
Is that right?
And if I was off the clock, this would go a very different way.
I don't know what you mean by that, man. If you want to elaborate.
I'm not going to explain either.
Alright.
I don't like really doing too much talking anyway.
Okay, we're audio and video recorded.
Yeah,
we're
great.
talking to you. Mind I grab some information from you? Just like I said, we talked to you today. Again,
Yeah, I do mind, honestly.
okay. You're harassing him by recording on the property. And again, he's telling you to leave. You're not leaving. You go back and forth that way. All right, now.
If the owner of the company said that you could film it.
Well, that's why I'm not going on the property.
That's not answering my question.
I don't have anything, because I don't need it.
You do.
Okay, well, I mean, alright. I'm still going to keep here and film here, man.
Sorry?
I said I'm just going to stay here and keep filming.
I'm just going to go down 911 and let the police deal with you.
Try to do the non-emergency line. 911 doesn't need to be tied up for it. But you do what you got to do, man.
Are we being sarcastic?
No, it's not an emergency. I'm not no threat to anybody. I promise you. I got no weapons. I'm just here to take pictures. So it's a non-emergency. I do investigations and stuff. All right.
If you do investigations, that means that you would have a proper documentation that will allow you to come in and do a full investigation.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't let me come in.
Okay, so you can leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm on the public street.
You are. Actually, you're standing on the pavement. Take a few steps back.
You don't probably start to that pole there. That's why there's a fire hydrant right there, the utility line.
You want to talk and I don't.
There you go. If that makes you happier, I'll stay right here.
Make me happy if you just leave.
I can't leave, man. I'm here to do a job.
Then I'm just going to stay right here.
That's fine.
I'm here all night.
You can't block my camera like that, man.
I can do a whole lot more.
How? What are you gonna do, man?
You under the impression that I really care about this job.
Well, I don't know what else you're gonna do, man. Why are you even out here? I don't understand. If you don't care about the job, then why are you even out here? Yeah, I don't understand that part.
I know you wouldn't understand that part.
15, we'll go with
The
it.
part about this is that you don't have permission to film me, and I'm gonna keep saying it in front of the camera.
If you hit my camera or break my stuff,
I got a better chance of hitting you.
that's not going to be a little more than your job you're going to lose then, man.
I'm not worried about that.
Why? Why do you want to get in trouble in the soul over me videotaping the farm here?
I'm not gonna get in trouble.
All right. Why are we this close to me?
I'm not touching you, so it doesn't matter.
I get it, yeah, I know, but this is just a little closer.
I know.
This is crazy. This is the craziest thing I've ever had.
Yeah, this is the craziest
I've
thing
been
I've ever
arrested, and this is crazier than me getting arrested.
I'm black. Imagine how crazy it is for me.
You're what?
I'm black.
What
Imagine
does
how
that
crazy
mean?
it is for me.
What does that have anything to do with?
I've been arrested for nothing. You brought up arrest. I've been arrested for nothing.
I know, it's crazy.
Something that's never even happened.
It's the same thing. Same
Just
thing.
being black. All the cops that arrested me look just like you.
They ain't got no beard like I do. They ain't allowed to have beards like that.
You tried it. It didn't land.
What, the cops?
No, what you just said.
Cops are not allowed to have beards.
I didn't say anything about your beard. I said they look just like you. Same pigmentation.
Okay. All right, man.
Your first mistake was thinking that you was smarter than me.
This probably was. You're right.
I got some things to do. Don't be here. Because in case you were wondering, I'm down to take that trip to jail.
That's fine. Go for it, man. It's whatever. I didn't try to hurt you or intimidate you or inconvenience you. So we just got threatened by this security guard here because I'm standing on the street taking pictures. Crazy, dude. I cannot believe that dude did that.
said that my woman is a God-fearing, praying woman.
I just want to be left alone, man.
I want you to leave. I guess we neither one of us gonna get what we want.
Alright, well, let's hang out together. I'm Mike. What's your name?
Ass kicker.
Is that right? Alright. It's very friendly.
Out of my 2 years being here, never saw you or anybody else just pop up.
Oh, no.
And then decide to film something.
Yeah, I don't live
So if
around
you have
here.
a reason to be here,
yeah, I do.
then that's the reason.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a lot of it.
Or anything of that nature. But you standing outside just filming, it's not going to help your investigation at all.
Well, no, it's just to get my own pictures. That way I own the pictures that I'm taking. That way if I want to write a story about it, I can use my pictures.
So if you want to write a fictional story about something, about a place that you haven't been able to get into, interview anybody,
well, they
find
won't
out
let
whether
me.
or
I've
not
tried
anything
3 or
it
4
is
other
that you-
places, and they just tell me no. So that's why I don't even try anymore.
No, you just have security guards like me waste my time, tell you that you're not supposed to be here.
No, usually they just call the police, and then I deal with the police. That's why I said this is the craziest thing that's happened, because I usually just deal with the police.
Yeah, I'm rather irritated.
Yeah, then let them handle it, man. That's what they get paid to do. They get paid to handle civil disputes.
If I was off the clock, this would go a very different way.
I don't know what you mean by that, man. If you want to elaborate.
I'm not going to explain either.
All right.
I don't like really doing too much talking anyway. Let me go do the other part of my job. I'll be back.
Yeah, go for it.
Your best bet is not to do that.
Do what? This is crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it.
About it all is,
Tell me, man. I want to hear it.
When my brain get to roving and everything like that, since you can't show me a press ID, can't say what channel it is, can't even say what the name of your news panel is, makes me wonder whether or not you're here trying to stalk somebody.
Well, that's fine.
That's not fine.
You can
Because
wonder all you want.
if you're here trying to stalk somebody, that brings up another situation, a safety issue, which it is that I'm in charge of. Safety. That's what security does. They're here for safety. I honestly believe you're here stalking somebody.
All right.
Because I don't know the reason why it is that you're here. I don't know if you're here stalking somebody. I don't know if you're here prepping yourself to do some type of harm or danger to this place. I don't know.
Well, I don't ever want to hurt anybody, man.
Your word is not good enough for me. I need some type of credentials, my man.
What?
Maybe you need to go back and do some more research or find a proper way of doing what it is that you're doing. Because right now you're not doing anything but wasting time in film. And right now my time is being involved. You're here. You're filming. I don't know what you're filming. I don't know who you're trying to film.
I'm filming whatever I can see from here. That's it. I don't got another camera hidden somewhere else.
I'm kindly asking you to go do it somewhere else.
Well, I can't take pictures of this somewhere else. That's the thing. This is only here. I gotta be here to take pictures of this.
Okay, so while you here to take pictures of this, I'm here to stand in front of your camera.
Did you call?
Yep.
Nice. This will get resolved right now.
Bruh, the only way it resolves is you leaving.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay, cool.
Hope that lasts.
Incident part about this.
How we doing, guys?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on?
Standing on the public street taking pictures. He keeps blocking my camera, threatening me, tells me I need to get out of here.
Actually, he was standing right here.
It's still, it's not your
but
property,
I asked him
though.
for some type of press ID or something, some type of permission to be here to take the pictures, or the reason he's here taking the pictures.
Can we just have him leave me alone and let me take my pictures, please?
I asked him for a reason why he's here taking the pictures or anything, and he's not giving it.
But yeah, this is nuts. I haven't stepped past that square right there. He asked me to step back. I've been back ever since. I'm pretty sure I looked the property lines up. I think it's past these poles. I think that's why they're there. That's why the fire hydrants are there. You know what I mean? So I haven't been past that. I told him I don't want to go on the property. I don't want to hurt nobody.
So the farthest you were was just on the driveway?
This square or triangle right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I didn't want to be, I mean, usually people don't bother me like that. They'll come talk to me and call you guys, and that's the end of it. If that even happens. A lot of people are pretty cool.
Hey, he told you about if you want to make a complaint or talk to somebody regarding the complaint. I guess you had concerns with the
no, he didn't tell me anything. He's just been telling me to get the hell out of here. And if I don't wait, he's gonna wait. You know, if he wasn't on the clock right now, a whole bunch of good stuff. He ain't scared to take the ride. Yeah, it's been pretty good, man. I'm not real happy about it. I was waiting to flag you down. I guess he called you guys, though.
Yeah, we got caught out here. We're kind of a little confused. We're like, what the heck? Usually we get caught out here for trespassing on the property itself.
Yeah, I'm not on it. I don't want to be on it, man.
So you had, I mean, what's your, I guess since he told me something, I mean, what's your reasoning for videotaping? I mean, not that I care, you can videotape in the public. Again,
I just do, like I was telling him, I'm just trying to do a story on like factory farming. So this is a factory farm. So I'm out here taking some pictures and videos of their operations from what I can get from the street. And, you know.
You need to talk to somebody from HR or anything like that?
I'll call them tomorrow, I'm sure.
Okay, maybe they can grant you permission to do an actual walkthrough.
Maybe. You know I've tried like 3 or 4 other places. I've been denied everywhere. So I kind of just stopped asking. They don't like my stories. And so they probably don't know where I'm going to spin it, you know. And they just tell me no just because they don't know. I could tell them what I'm going to do. And they're like, oh, okay. But then someone could spin it on them and then it's a whole deal. So, I've got denied everywhere, so I just come out and get what I can from the street.
Well, I guess you're on a roadway, so I mean, my concern is safety of a car hit you. People.
That's why I tried to stand in that square there, that triangle right here. That way I was all right.
Well, they don't want you on the actual property, so technically, if we want to speak technical terms, this is kind of on the property. So that by the guardrail, I feel comfortable. You can still record the place if you want.
Well, Mike, I'm good here though, right? I'm not.
You're in the roadway. You become technically on the road. Once the car pulls off and hits you, you know what I mean. You're kind of standing in the roadway.
If I'm responsible for my safety, I'll be good. I can hear. As long as I'm not doing anything illegal by standing here or walking here, then I'm fine. Then I'm good with my safety. Yeah,
that's fine. But so far, you gotta get a better angle right there. But
yeah, I just walk out when there's no vehicles coming.
Yeah. We're being audio and video, or we're audio and video recorded. We're talking to you. Mind if I grab some information from you? Just as I said, we talked to you today.
Yeah, I do mind, honestly. I don't have an ID or anything on me anyway.
I ain't gonna force you again. How much longer are you gonna be out here for? Do you think?
Probably not much longer. As long as he don't keep coming out and harassing me.
I'll talk to him. He's just a little concerned. Man. So the thing is his concern.
He just
which we all. It's like saying if I stood in front of your house off the clock and start doing a news story on somebody that possibly lives at your house or it's going on at your house, you're gonna be like, who the hell are you? You know, are you an ex-boyfriend to my sister or something like that? I mean, you know what I mean? We don't know that, and that's what I said we came up here to talk. And I guess his main concern, whatever interaction he had with you before that, I don't know, but again, it kind of does get the,
and then he came back and was like,
gears going when you start thinking.
You know what? He's like, my mind's been running. I just think you're stalking somebody. He just starts making stuff up.
Right, and that's what sometimes we get concerned. It's like, are you here to see somebody? Does your ex-girlfriend work here? You know what I mean? It's 2021. If your significant other works here, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason why, you know what I mean? We're kind of a little
factory farms. I was down the street at that Aunt Kitty's earlier, but they were pretty much closed up for the day. So
you ain't getting nothing.
Nah, so there wasn't nothing happening over there. But the same idea, just factory.
Do you got a phone number for this place here?
I don't, but I'm sure I can look it up.
You need it?
Yeah, I like his name. If I could get his name. If they're not, I'm sure they'll be able to figure out who he is.
All right.
Because I just was very unpleased with the way. I mean, he was literally in front of this close to my camera, right in front of me, backing me up here in the street. Like, I really wasn't good. And then all the stuff he was saying to me, I mean, it wasn't good. I'm really not, you know, you talk about someone's safety. I mean, I thought I was getting I asked him what his name was, and he said his name is Ass Kicker. You know what I'm saying? This is just, I felt very threatened by this man, just for being out here. Extremely threatened. If he wasn't on the clock, it was the whole thing, man. It was the whole thing. He came back 4 times. Came back twice walking, then came back twice with the golf cart.
Yeah, as long as it's just you. I mean, as long as you're not, I don't feel safe for you being on the roadway, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Now, don't block traffic.
Yeah,
stay off the property.
I walk,
Anything on the property, for Sunnyside, they don't want you on it. Clearly signposted on the property itself.
Yeah.
You know, just letting you know. You know, so it is what it is. I'm gonna go talk to him. Let him know you're gonna be out here for a little bit more while, and it is what it is.
I appreciate it, Press.
Record where you want to record at.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take it easy.
Have a good one, Santiago.
I'll get that phone number if you want it too.
If you can, yeah, it might help me out a little bit.
Use the camera roll and I'll be back.
Yes, sir. I mean, all the things I said about how he was threatening me, they didn't once want to offer to write a complaint or, you know, harassment, threatening, you know, disorderly conduct.
Now it's a misunderstanding.
No.
We're playing it out like that.
Filming
You're
someone
doing
ain't harassment.
If then I wanted to, yeah.
It's
It's like
not harassment.
it could be
It's First
harassment.
Amendment. Freedom of the press.
So if I could come to your house at any time and just record you
can
for
film
any
through my
reason?
windows, yeah.
Through your windows?
If I don't got my
Yeah.
blinds out, my blinds are down.
In
my
public,
blinds
in
are up.
public, you could.
Yeah, if you're on the sidewalk.
Yeah, public. I'm not saying you. I'm not taking that
Well, that's
from you.
why
But
I'm in public.
that's what he's
I was
asking.
there for 10 seconds. He told me to back up a step. I've been there ever
Right.
since. So I've been on public ever
Right.
since. So it's not harassment.
On the roadway,
I ain't
but-
harassing him.
Yeah.
I'm
Look,
on the
again,
shoulder.
it's he said, she said at this time. So
Well,
it is what it is. I gave you the number.
This is the video, or either one, 2 of them.
Or the
going.
one on your chest, or the one
Yeah, there's a few
snapping
of them.
photos.
So
just be
that's not
careful,
the
huh?
he said, she said. All right, I wish we got a little bit better with that, Perez. That's fine. I appreciate you talking to him and letting him know what's going on.
His last name's Keeley, K-E-L-L-E-Y. Keeley. So if you want to
Keeley, something like that. All right.
K-E-E-L-E-Y.
Oh,
So if you-
Keeley. Okay.
Yeah. Mispronunciation of words.
That's fine. It's
Spanglish
close
here.
enough. I'm sure they only got one guard that's close to that. I'm sure.
Well, very well. So, any other questions for me,
No,
sir?
I'm good, Perez.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you.
If you have a problem, give me a call back.
Will do. All right, they gone. Sweet. Oh boy, what
Here's
is
the
this?
truth. You don't need press credentials to document what happens in public. You don't need permission to stand on a sidewalk and film. And you sure as hell don't need to tolerate threats from someone who doesn't like doing too much talking. The Constitution protects your rights whether you're with CNN or just holding a phone. Know your rights, because the minute you start exercising them, someone will try to scare you into silence.